Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to HealthyEqualsHeal-Thy podcast, where we have uncomfortable conversations in order to expand our minds, to ignite healing and growth on our own individual journeys to becoming our greater selves. On today's episode, we will be discussing 10 life principles for greater living. The whole purpose of this conversation today is to bring awareness to certain topics that need to be discussed in order to get to the next level in life. A lot of times we go through life as, in circles. We're repeating the same cycles over and over again. For an example, getting up, going to work, coming home, cooking dinner, doing homework, going to bed, getting up, and repeating the same thing. And a lot of times we get so stuck in these cycles to where we don't realize that we could be doing other things in order to get ourselves together mentally. And that's the route that we're going to go today. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into number 1, which is love more, not just people or things, but yourself. And this right here is super important because love helps bond everything together. And sometimes being a mother, and I'm speaking for myself here, being a mother, you could be so giving to the people around you, to your children. You could be so giving as a child still to your parents if you're taking care of elderly parents or ill parents. If you're taking care of them, you could be a good friend and just being pulled in all these different directions. But when you really take a break and stop and realize sometimes you're not fully there for yourself, and that's what number 1 speaks to love more, not just the people or the things around you that consumes most of your time, but actually be patient and loving with yourself. They say self-love is the best love, but honestly, go within and cherish who you are as a person and understand that you're growing every day. Number 2, be vigilant with your thoughts, be mindful with your thoughts, and don't let them consume you. And what I mean by that is to go in a more positive way, a more positive direction when it comes to the things that you're constantly thinking of, and think about uplifting thoughts. And I know it's easier said than done, and sometimes things happen in life to where life can be chaotic. That's a given. Everybody lives life. Everybody have problems, but it's the way that you handle your problems. So if you're in a point to where you're having a really, really negative thought, get yourself to the point to where you could acknowledge the fact that you are having this thought, but on the same hand, you're being mindful of that thought so you can switch the narrative of that thought. And that's exactly how you grow. That's how you take back control of your mind and reprogram yourself. I feel in this world we live today, a lot of the times watching television and listening to certain music, it can really program you to think a certain type of way. It's like if you listen to a certain song, if it have a certain beat in and a certain tempo, it could cause anger to arise in you. This has been proven. So with that being said, with all the chaotic stuff that's going on in the world, sometimes you have to quiet your mind by being aware of your thoughts and bringing yourself back to a positive place. And that brings us into number 3, which is practice mindfulness. And that's extremely important too. Mindfulness, being mindful of your thoughts, being mindful of the things that you're saying and doing to other people outwardly, being mindful of what you're doing inwardly with the things that you're putting not only in your body by eating, but what you're putting in your mind by listening to and seeing, because that's inputting things into your mind as well. And that's what makes up the way you think and the way that you move through life, and the things that you eat is what you consume, not only physically by eating, but what you're consuming by what you're listening to all the time. Are you listening to motivational speeches? Are you listening to things that encourage you and uplift your spirit? So it's just very important to be mindful not only of your thoughts, but how you're treating your body, how you're treating the people around you. How are you treating your house, your household? Do you keep your home clean? All of these things are a tactic of mindfulness, being mindful of your actions. Number 4, regular personal development. And what I mean by that is taking time every single day to do something that's going to add value to your life as an individual. I know we all get up in the morning and we brush our teeth, we shower, we do all of those things. But take that one extra step beyond what you typically do to add to your personal development, even if it's to pick up a new book once a month. And throughout the whole month, you study this book, you read, you write notes about it, you journal about it, and you're enriching yourself. And that is what I mean by regular personal development. It's going to assist you in getting to the next life. Sorry about that. Not the next life, the next level, I meant to say, in life. And that's a great life principle to have, is every day doing something that's going to assist you in becoming your best self. Number 5, attitude is everything. The way you approach a situation, the way you handle the situation. They always say it's not what you say, but how you say it. And this is exactly what I mean by attitude is everything, the way that you approach it. Now, I know that it's not really, I'm going to say, feasible for you to be optimistic about everything, because if we're honest, some messed up things happen in life sometimes, that is true. But if you approach it in an attitude that I will not be defeated or I will get through this, you will balance yourself out better. Okay, you guys, attitude is everything. Do not allow people to ruffle your feathers as such and get you into positions to where you're angry and upset. You're worth more than that, and you do not have to fall into the stigma of being what people want you to be. You could be something different, and don't be afraid to be different and to think before you act. That's very important. Number 6, be of service to others. This is a big one. Being a service to others is so beneficial in so many ways. You're not only having the opportunity to uplift someone else's life, but being a service to others will also grant you many opportunities and blessings as well. Now, I'm not saying you get paid on Friday and you take your whole check and you go give it away. I'm not saying that, but being a service of others can be so many different things. So whatever that means for you, and being a service to others can mean so many different things. You just have to find what that means for you. For an example, being a service to others can be starting a nonprofit in your community with something that you see is lacking in your community. You can start a nonprofit to give back. It's so many different things that you can do as an individual to be of service to others. You just have to find your own unique way that works for you. Number 7, and I hope you guys have your pens and papers, because it's very important to, journal and write down your goals and things like that. And I really believe this list of 10 life principles will help you guys elevate in life if you apply them. And yeah, let's get into number 7. Okay. Character is more important than reputation. Now, I know we have all been in those situations to where we're in a room and we're minding our own business because we drink our water and we mind our business over here on HealthyEqualsHeal-Thy podcast. And I know my sisters do the same too. And you always have that one person in the room that's gossiping about someone. Oh, this is that, and so and this. So what I mean by character is more important than reputation. No matter what someone tries to put out about you in a negative way, if you know it's not true, just continue to show up as who you are, and the people that's receiving this gossip, they will see the truth for themselves. So let your work that you do in the community, your work that you do at work, and the way you carry yourself, let that speak for you. Don't be so caught up in what other people have to say, because a lot of the times people like to project their feelings of themselves onto other people, and we don't have time for that because we're elevating. We're going to the next level in life. So, number 8, let go of worry, fear, and anxiety. Now, you guys, this is a really, really good one and super important one. When you truly trust the process, when you truly trust in God, yes, things are going to pop up. That's life. But you have to know and believe in your heart that it will all work out for you. Now, the Bible does say faith without work is dead, which I definitely agree with. So, no, you cannot have a situation arise financially and say, well, God, I need this, and you're not going out to do anything, meaning going to work or starting you a business, legitimizing your LLC, which we have an episode coming out about that as well. You have to put some action behind your prayer. It's super, super important. So letting go of fear, worry, and anxiety is saying, God, I trust you on this journey. I trust you to hold my hand. I trust you to carry me when I cannot walk on my own. I trust you to be with me every step of the way. As I do my part, I know you are going to step in and you're going to bless me, because that's what God does for the ones he loves. So we want to let go of all worry, fear, and anxiety and know that God loves you and you got this. So the 10th life principle for greater living is, drumroll, accountability. And that is a big one. Accountability. Once you get to the point in your life to where you understand, yes, life is not perfect. I am not perfect. Although every day I am living to be my greatest self, right? Because that's what we all desire to be, to step into purpose and to really work on ourselves from the inside out. Holding yourself accountable is the right thing to do. It's showing the people that you love around you that you are able to admit when something wasn't necessarily right on your part, and you're willing to work through it, and that is a responsible person. And once you get to the point where you can hold yourself accountable, you have no issue with holding the people around you accountable as well. And that will put you in a situation to where you are around a group of people who you know are for you, and they wish you the best. Because when an individual can hold themselves accountable, that's major, because a lot of people live in denial. A lot of people live in this notion that they're never wrong and things like that. So getting to the point of accountability in your life and actually standing firm in it is a beautiful thing, and it's a great way to start getting to a greater level of living, because you're holding yourself accountable. You're acknowledging that I'm human, I make mistakes, and you're working through those problems to get to the next level. And that's why accountability is extremely important. So before I end this video, I would like to go through each one again. I'm just going to say what they were, just in case you ladies want to write it down. So number 1 was love more, not just people or things, but yourself. Number 2, be vigilant with your thoughts. Be mindful of your thoughts and don't let them consume you. Number 3, practice mindfulness. Be aware, be in the moment. Number 4, regular personal development. Every day, do something towards bettering yourself as an individual, as a person, as a mom, whichever topic you choose to work on. Even if you say, okay, in January, I'm going to work solely on self-development as far as being more assertive or more vigilant, so regular personal development. This month I am going to read this book and I am going to take notes on it, so regular personal development. Every day you're doing something to work towards bettering yourself. Number 5 was attitude is everything. Number 6, be of service to others. 7, character is more important than reputation. Remember, it's not what people say about you or what people think about you, but it's how you conduct yourself and what you feel about yourself and what you project. Number 8, let go of worry, fear, and anxiety. In order to break through all the negative things that's been held up for the years and years inside of your mind, you have to break free of those things by creating new patterns for yourself, new patterns of positive thinking, new patterns of doing things differently. That's going to help you progress to the next level in life. You guys, I just realized that I skipped number 9. How did I skip a whole number? So, number 9, and I know this is going to be out of order. I apologize, but I have to get this one out. Number 9 for 10 life principles for greater living. Are you guys ready? Be kind to yourself. It is so important to be kind to yourself. During your journey, your process of becoming, being kind to yourself will get you further, because there's going to be a lot of times where you hear the word no. There's going to be a lot of times on your journey to self-development when people don't understand what you're necessarily going through, because they're not there in their life and they're not going to understand your journey, and you're going to feel lonely, and it's just going to be a lot. But trust me, it's worth the process, is worth the journey, and you have to just trust your journey and on your way to becoming your greatest self, your highest version, whatever you desire to call it. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace and know that you're going to get through this and you're going to make it on the other side, and you're going to be grateful that you did the inward work and you were able to heal and move forward and apply all 10 of these life principles in order to live a greater life. So I hope that you guys got something from this. I hope that those of you who were taking notes and jotting things down, that you were able to follow along and get everything written down. And I honestly believe with my whole heart that if you follow these 10 life principles for greater living, you will see a shift in your life, And I love you guys, and I cannot wait to chat with you ladies next week, Friday. Hello, beautiful people. You have just experienced the HealthyEqualsHeal-Thy podcast, where we do have uncomfortable conversations in order to expand our minds, to push us on our own unique journeys to becoming our greatest selves. I would like to thank each and every one of you who did tune into this week's episode, and I definitely hope to see you back next week on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where a new episode will be provided every week on Fridays. I want each and every one of you to know that you are absolutely beautiful and you are definitely worthy of living the life that you desire to live. And once again, I want you to understand that you are worthy to smile. So don't forget to smile today, because you are definitely deserving to. And until next time, my loves, I am signing off for now, and I will see each and every one of you next week, Friday.